the game, 'cause see the boxing voice.
Welcome back, gang, for the first time and hopefully many more to come. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and click on the notifications right here, this little bell, so you can get those emails every time we go live.
I mean, Frank's been talking to Shelley. There was already discussions when the first fight happened about the possibility of a second fight. But there are obviously a lot, issues and discussions that have to take place to make a rematch. That's the fight Deontay would most want to do next. And, I still believe that that's probably the likelihood. And we'll see what happens. I think that it's probably the opportunity that Fury would want also. And that's what Frank's indicated. It's not the kind of thing. The fact that you're not reading every day something on social media or in the news, that's probably a good sign, because every time you've read all the stuff back and forth in social media involving Eddie Hearn and all that other stuff, all it did was create, some humor and some, internet beefs, but nothing ever got done. I'm still optimistic that you're going to see Wilder Fury 2 in 2019.
So Frank Warren laying out a plan of a split pay-per-view between BT and Sky Sports is what, in your opinion? How do you interpret that?
What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's the thing. Frank was in the media yesterday saying that his proposed offer is a split pay-per-view between BT and Sky Sports for an Anthony Joshua Tyson Fury fight. He would like it for it to be 50-50 because of what Tyson has already done.
I'm not going to even get into that. Look, the same way we had all our back and forth with Eddie and Wilder for a year that I said I've had a fuck enough of, and I stepped out of. And I was, because I told the whole world, obviously that fight wasn't going to happen right now. Fury's star power has obviously risen greatly. He's a much more significant force in British boxing than he was before the Wilder fight. In Great Britain, Fury against AJ and is a huge topic, the way Wilder and anybody is here. They're going to go through their back and forth over there. Do I think there'll be a split pay-per-view between BN and Sky Sports? Of course, I don't think there's going to be a split pay-per-view between BN and Sky Sports. I mean, that's something Warren's throwing out, but I mean, you really believe that's something Eddie Hearn's going to do? Come on.
We've seen it done with, and that's what he used. His premise was, well, the states.
Yeah, and you've seen it done at Showtime. You've seen it done here once and twice in the history of pay-per-view. Like once or twice, you've seen it done here in history. On fights where there were no alternatives for a big fight. And Eddie's pretty much, Eddie's got his deal. Frank's all in with BN. Eddie's all in with Sky, and he's got the Zone also. I don't see any split pay-per-view between BN and Sky happening. But to be honest with you, I haven't really wasted a lot of time thinking about it, and I'm not going to.
Now, look, it's our job to get this information for you, not Lou Dibella's to be out there on the social media. But obviously, Ben Davison is now saying the same thing. Immediately, he and Tyson Fury said it a day after the fight via Good Morning Britain. He says, look, let's give the UK an all-British affair.
Okay.
Me and Anthony Joshua.
And by the way, you exactly. But listen to what I said and listen to what you're saying right now. What side of the street are Ben Davison and Tyson Fury on? They're on Frank's side of the street. So Frank's side of the street throwing out, hey, you guys say you really want it? Make it the fair way. We're BN, you're Sky, let's split the pay-per-view. You see AJ saying it? You see Eddie Hearn saying it? And by the way, I drove myself crazy for a limited period of time. I stopped before other people did on my side because I knew that back then Eddie and AJ were full of it. They're going to go back and forth over on the other side of the pond right now between Fury and AJ. But the same way, I don't think that the AJ camp were willing to make any amazing sacrifices to get the Wilder fight done. Hell, they weren't willing to get the Wilder fight done on terms they demanded themselves when they were met. I don't see Eddie and AJ responding to Davidson or to Fury or to Frank and saying, "Hey, that seems like a good idea. Let's get it going." Come on, let's move on to the next question.
What is up, TPV family? Yes, YouTube has been cutting funding to their channels as of late, and with net neutrality going through its process, the internet is changing. If you want to keep your favorite channel intact, coming up with tons of content, and plus get hours and hours of extra content, head over to patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice to become a member of the TPV family and help support the channel. Peace.